All right, this is the last battle of the inaugural MMPG Invitational Tournament. We have Volkner, the electric trainer from Sinnoh, versus Whitney, the normal trainer from Goldenrod.
All the way from Johto. And one would actually say that Whitney is not just a favorite in this matchup particularly, but also in this entire tournament. Wouldn't you agree with that?
I would agree, 100%. That Miltank is a thing of legends. That Miltank has taken down plenty of novice trainers who think that just because she's a normal gym leader, it's going to be a piece of cake. Let me tell you something, brother. That is not the case.
Absolutely. Does Volkner have enough to come up and take down this terror from Johto? Well, I guess we'll have to find out. And it looks like the officials are getting ready to get things all set, and the trainers are all set. So here we go. Fourth matchup.
I believe Volkner is behind the 8-ball in this battle. He may be a gym leader, the last gym leader in the Sinnoh region, but that does not mean much against that Miltank.
Oh, a Tauros being thrown off right off the bat, getting the attack drop on the Electivire. Definitely hampering it a bit right there. And an Earthquake right off the bat. Big power display over there by Tauros, taking out the Electivire, and that definitely was a huge blow to Volkner's team.
Now that we know that Tauros has Earthquake, we are 100% certain that Volkner is definitely
this is definitely a huge threat. Whitney knew exactly what she needed to send out right off the bat to do damage right away. And look at that, with the big rock slide doing big damage to Rotom, flying Rotom, and getting the flinch as well. Tauros just has this Rotom's number. 2 Pokemon down right off the bat. This looks almost effortlessly.
Oof. You can tell Volkner is very frustrated right now. Let's see how he composes himself and see if he can. I don't think he can. I think he is screwed at this moment.
Sending out a superior speed Electrode, using a Z Crystal right over here. Definitely can't pull any punches with a Tauros powerhouse right now, and look at that. Gigavolt Havoc able to take out the Tauros, no problem.
Volkner needed that for any chance of winning.
Big offensive threat taken care of by Whitney. Sending out now a complete opposite end of the spectrum, a very tanky Blissey. And a taunt being thrown over there by Electrode. Oh, I already know that there's probably going to be some utility moves being thrown out there. And yeah, after all, Blissey planned on using a Toxic, but unable to since the taunt is goading it into fighting with physical attacks.
That just shows the veteran skill of Volkner.
But now we got into battle of special attacks right here. Blissey able to take special damage, no problem, and also able to recover health with those leftovers. But yeah, throwing out a flamethrower right here. This is definitely going to be a stall war, it looks like.
Volkner needs to switch. He is completely walled at the moment. I don't think he knows what to do.
Blissey being subjugated to Torment. Sorry, folks. But now she's unable to use the same moves twice in a row. Definitely should switch things up here for Blissey as far as the offensive goes. Oh, Raichu being switched into the Electrode. Blissey, of course, being
a double switch.
Double switch right here to Lopunny. Very interesting, very interesting.
Both trainers were done playing the stall game.
Oh, but a Focus Blast from Raichu got dampened by a Chople Berry that Lopunny was eating there, and then uses Entrainment. Very interesting choice of attack right there. Changes the ability of Raichu to Cute Charm, which I'm assuming it was static, but Thunderbolt doing major damage over there to Lopunny. And Lopunny doing return, also doing a lot of damage. Very, very damaging fight that we got going on.
Going from a stall war to a just all-out battle.
And it looks like Raichu's speed just gets the win over there over Lopunny, for sure. And right now, Whitney and Volkner are 2 down apiece. Ambipom being thrown out now by Whitney here. It looks like they're maintaining that big sweeper offense right now. And look at that. A fake out, being able to take out with the Raichu, no problem. Q-Charm kicks in, but unfortunately Raichu is fainted, so the Q-Charm is unfortunately canceled as well.
That's more of a mind game now. Now, see, Ambipom is heartbroken. It just killed its love.
That is very...
Let's see how this plays out. It just switches them out.
Back out into Miltank against Luxray.
There it is.
There's 2 staple Pokemon for both of these trainers. A very strong superpower. Unable to take out the Miltank, unfortunately. But now it comes down to who is faster between the two. And look at that. Miltank able to get a lot of that damage back with
just
the milk
drinking its own milk. I don't know if that's allowed in real life. That's a little weird.
The Thunder Wave is unfortunately going to miss the Miltank.
That is bad luck by Volkner.
And a big return attack right there doing tons of damage to Luxray. Luxray, what's it going to do to respond? He goes with his own superpower again.
Does
Unfortunately,
not do the damage it needs to do.
With that big attack cut right there, it looks like Luxray might be not have many options against this Miltank, but Miltank able to clip it off right off the bat right there. And look at that, Luxray is down. And now we got 2 Pokemon left for Volkner.
Volkner's special attack Pokemon seem not to do anything to these bulky Pokemon that Whitney has.
There we go. Low health on Miltank is able to be taken out by that Electrode, no problem. Fortunately, Volkner's last 2 Pokemon do have great speed, so hopefully that does play into effect in the long run here. But unfortunately, it might not. Here, he's got Ambipom going for another quick Fake Out. More than likely a Technician Ambipom.
There's a lot of damage for a Fake Out.
Fake Out does a lot, and of course there's the flinch, so Electrode might be as good as gone. Very disconcerting right there, but Blissey gets thrown out instead. Quite an interesting play by Whitney over there, but probably knows that Electrode still has the speed advantage on Ambipom and just doesn't want to risk it, and Blissey definitely can wall out anything that Electrode throws out at there. Thunderbolts aplenty are not going to be any big deal right there. It even throws out a Signal Beam, hoping to get a confusion on Blissey, but unfortunately that does not happen. And a Flamethrower will finish it off.
Looks like Whitney has this battle in the bag. 3 Pokemon to 1. Let's see what Volkner's last Pokemon is.
But you never know. Anything can happen in these battles. Even with a Jolteon in hand, still a pretty solid Pokemon to have and to go out with. Now Jolteon having a balloon handy as well.
Just floating around the stadium. Looks almost comical to me.
In a way. Uses Charm to cut out the attack of Blissey. Very interesting choice of a move right there. But it looks like Whitney's going to play the slow Toxic Stall game.
It's only a matter of time now.
Absolutely. And unfortunately, this might spell out the end for Volkner unless he could do an insane amount of damage. But Blissey's special defense is just too much for this Jolteon to handle. And now it just looks like it's going to be a very slow crawl to the finish line. But I do believe that it does look very likely that Whitney will be taking this victory and will be facing Roxanne in the semifinals. Jolteon throwing out a desperate wish.
It's going to take a lot more than a wish to want to win this battle, Volkner.
Oh, and Flamethrower being whittling away at the damage over there for Jolteon. Oh, and that Toxic is definitely going to be a long stall finish for sure.
It is over with. There's no need to do anything, Volkner. You did great. It's always next year. There you go.
The Flamethrower able to pick off that Jolteon. And there you have it, folks. Whitney. That was very well-handed victory. She looks like she had most of that in control. Starting off right off the bat with that very strong Tauros. It's very hard to pick a MVP as far as this match goes, but I would definitely say, in my opinion, I would say Tauros would be for just doing the big intimidating damage right off the bat and able to cripple Volkner early on.
Tauros did set the pace for the battle. I would go with Blissey, the just tremendous tank. It could take anything you throw at it. The reason why Whitney, in a lot of people's mind, is the favorite to win this entire tournament.
Absolutely.
So with that out of the way, we have our first round complete.
Absolutely. And the next time you will be tuned in for the channel, you will see the semifinal battles. And from there, we will see the finals and have ourselves the first ever champion. So we're about halfway there, folks, and we hope to see you there. Until then, you guys have a good night.